Everybody likes the idea of taking something that you're familiar with and turning it into something that you're not as familiar with, like a 18-wheeler semi into Optimus Prime. And so that was the beginning.
I joined Hasbro in 2000, and the company was in some degree of difficulty. So we were focusing back on our core brands, and Transformers was one of those brands that we began to really rethink about, and how do we reignite this brand for future generations.
I was aware of the TV show, I used to watch it with the kids, but I thought this is a movie waiting to come out and be dusted off and to be reinvented as a live-action experience.
I'm going to end your hunger once and for all.
We were initially really resistant to the idea of doing it because it's something that we had cared about as kids, and that's always kind of it's on the one hand really exciting to take that challenge, and on the other hand you go like, I don't want to screw this up.
The first thing that I sat down with the writers was an idea to make this a story about a boy in his car, because that's something everybody can relate to.
Bumblebee, head for the underground parking entrance.
Transformers were always about robots in disguise and more than meets the eye. And that more than meets the eye could mean more than just the robots. More than meets the eye could mean something about the human characters.
But there were very few humans that we could draw from. So it meant coming up with characters that didn't exist before.
In the original cartoon, there was a mechanic character who was kind of the basis for Sam.
We kind of looked to movies like E.T. for the way that Elliot became the audience in how we were experiencing the wonder and the magic of E.T. coming to Earth. My first draft actually was just focused on the kids.
That's awesome.
Steven Spielberg called me right when I was finishing The Island, and he said, I'd like to do Transformers, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'll think about it. Hung up. I'm not doing that movie. That's what I said to myself. I'm not doing a toy movie. I thought about it, and I went to HASBRO in Rhode Island, and they put me through Transformers school.
This is the classic G1 Optimus Prime, very much like it was made in the 80s. He had a very simple transformation. Very easy to get from vehicle to robot. We did the full pitch. Robots are not all equal. They're alive, they're sentient men, they have feelings, they have allegiances, there's backstory, there's a conflict, that they are fleshed out characters, and that we've had so many eras, and there's so much potential that they could pull from to make whatever kind of movie they wanted to make.
Something in Transformers just struck me when I was sitting there. I said to myself, if you can make this really real and edgy, and I saw a couple images that were towards the direction that they would like to take this, and I'm like, that's really interesting. So I think right then and there I was kind of sold on trying to make this idea work.
Michael Bay was born to direct Transformers. He was the perfect fit for this concept.
I hired a team, probably about 25 artists, different people from different kind of expertise, and we were starting to design robots. There was apparently a script. I hear it was way too kiddie. No one wanted me to read it because they thought I would quit right then and there.
Michael has incredible instincts about what will please an audience. And so as we were developing the script, we would run ideas by him, and we'd say, what do you think about this?
I knew I wanted to make it very credible and serious, and I told these guys I wanted to broaden it out and make it so that it had a little more global impact.
Much like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Richard Dreyfuss' story is clearly the centerpiece, as Shia LaBeouf's story is the centerpiece of our movie. But then we have two other groups of humans that we follow quite closely.
I kept putting in things of different action stuff that I saw, and what we do is that we sit down, we bat it around, and they see what I'm really liking and not liking.
Once he got into the rhythm of it, he started imagining these incredible sequences. And a lot of what we ended up doing action-wise was very collaborative.
He is the sickest action director on the planet. That is something that he is. He's not Ilya Kazan, and Mike will tell you that.
Funny.
Look at it. Robots, there's a missile coming right down that street down there. Gonna hit that truck right there. The robots are holding it up.
Okay, roll cameras.
Roll armos. Speed.
Ready?
Ready. And 4, 3, 2, 1.
Michael staged huge, logistically complicated scenes of massive destruction and explosions. And even when I was watching those dailies without the actual Transformers there, it was just eye candy.
In this movie, Michael is the star, and Michael is so much fun.
We line everything up with a football.
Ready and hike! And 3, 2, 1, bam! Does that work?
Thank you very much.
You have the timing?
That's perfect.
Action!
I think bayham's a good word for working with Michael. I mean, we have to be prepared to go in any direction.
Hit the armor. Okay, go. Cut.
Might show up and he might say, today I want to flip a car. You have to be 3 steps ahead of Michael.
Smells good.
You hear on the walking when I'm walking in, bass coming in, he's coming in hot, he's coming in hot.
Here we go. Ready?
You know, it's all wired because I'm ready to go. When I come into the set, I want to start shooting.
Come on cameras, let's go!
He's got a tireless kind of energy, and I understood that that's how he gets into it, and then he's into it. It's like an actor getting into character.
Jim, lift him up again and do it again, do it again. Keep rolling, got it. Okay. Oh God, please don't kill me, please. Keep moving up. Okay. Jim, lift him up again and do it again, Keep rolling, got it.
Mike needs people who can accommodate his needs, and you need to be able to adapt. You can't be the guy who's got the script notes and the ledger, and no, I can't do that because in the next scene you can't be that guy. Michael will eat you alive.
This ain't gonna. It ain't gonna. Trust me, I saw it. I'd stand under it. Trust me, I said. Ready? 3, 2, 1, action!
What he is he's very honest, he's very blunt, he's very direct, he's very opinionated.
Give me a shot, Dave.
And he has an amazing visual sense of film.
Yeah!
He likes to use the megaphone once in a while.
Ready and rolling cameras. 3, 2, 1. Stay there, behind the pillar. No, you're going wrong way. The other way. God, he doesn't pay attention to what we're shooting.
The thing about it is it's never personal.
Oh.
What are we gonna do now?
What are you gonna do, Soul Man? Yeah, buddy. Really?
Yeah, Randy.
What?
I've worked with a crew, many of the same people for 10, 15 years. And so they know my style, they know my pace.
Hey, Mike! Can we get a Michael! You guys pulled that well. I was like over here distracted.
Don't close out if I've got some cool movie extra trivia. One of the most important elements in Darren Aronofsky's The Fountain is its incredible visuals and special effects. Now, when he realised his budget was too small for all the computer graphics he'd need, Aronofsky turned to other ideas. He hired macro photographer Peter Parks. Now, Parks was used to filming microorganisms in 3D, so he applied the same principles to create footage for The Fountain. The incredible effects to portray outer space were done for a mere $140,000 as opposed to the millions that CGI would have cost. Do you like my shirt? You can get one for yourself in the shop section under the video.